Turning now to a story about the American dream, or at least what could have been. Diamond Bakery is an LA-based shop that dates back to the 1940s, opened by a family of Jewish World War II survivors. When the last descendant of that family was ready to call it quits late last year, a group of longtime employees, they pulled their money together and they bought the store. Then, very unexpectedly, COVID hit. Now the bakery is running in the red and raising money via a GoFundMe, offering a closer look at how the fate of many businesses could end up as they struggle to survive the economic brunt of this pandemic. Joining me now is Raymond Luna, CEO at Diamond Bakery. Raymond, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So first, can you just give us a sense right now today how your business is doing and how do you survive during the COVID-19 pandemic?
You know, business is not doing great, and I think that's kind of what's going on with a lot of small businesses. It's not a unique story, unfortunately, and we're trying our best to keep the lights on, to not lay off workers, to keep everything as it is, to stay open.
So you're not keeping everything as it is. I read up on what you guys are doing there. Can you talk about a little bit about innovation? I mean, we don't always think about bringing credit cards as innovation, but that's something that you did and some other steps you did just to kind of bring this business into the 21st century.
Yes, of course. So the previous owner didn't do much innovation. I think they liked the old school method. They liked the old school wallpaper, the old school paint. So one of the very first things I did when I came on board was, give everything a paint job, bring in credit card machines, doing a website, something that I think every business should have in this century. Allowing people to place orders online. So those are the kind of things that we see as innovation. I know to many might be the basic normal thing, but to us, it was just brand new, never thought of ideas.
So you definitely have a very niche business. Can you briefly explain what your bakery bakes and your customer base and why you think it's so important to keep this business open?
This is 100% a Jewish bakery with the exact same recipes brought over from New York. So we have the New York style cheesecake, the New York babka, the New York bagel. So a lot of our recipes have not changed in over 74 years. They're the exact same ones. And our clientele is mainly Jewish, of course. And the reason why we want to keep it alive is because these recipes, a lot of people don't appreciate this. A lot of people are used to the supermarket bagel or the supermarket bread. They don't care about corn rye or babka. I think a lot of the newer generation may not have heard of babka. They may not have heard of corn rye, and maybe they haven't tried our creamy New York style cheesecake. So there's a lot of culture to preserve, to keep alive. There's a lot of legacy in Diamond Bakery to keep alive.
Raymond, we're showing a little bit of video of some of your goods right here. I think it's making everybody who's watching hungry. Actually, for once, I wish I was watching on radio or listening on radio because it looks delicious. Can you also talk about the fact that while your products aren't changing a bit, the people making it have changed a great deal, but you guys have a lot of similarities. It's an immigrant family that started this bakery, and now it's immigrants keeping it going.
That's right. So of course, the original owners are immigrants coming out from Eastern Europe. The matriarch, so to speak, is a Holocaust survivor. She's been around for quite a while. She passed it on to her son. Her son says, you know what, it's time to retire last year. And then my father, who's worked at the bakery for over 25 years, he's an immigrant who came from Mexico more than 20 years ago. And he started as a janitor, cleaning up dishes, cleaning up everything you can, tidying up, and from there he came on to be manager, and from manager now to co-owner of the bakery. So the employees haven't changed. Many of the employees are immigrants, some Mexican. We have an Israeli-born immigrant on as part of one of the owners, and it's our dream to keep it alive because we recognize the importance of preserving a legacy and preserving history. We don't want to see it lost just because of the pandemic.
So Raymond, of course, dreams are very important, but we got to deal with reality too. Where are sales at right now, and where do you expect them to be for the rest of the year?
Sales are definitely not great. We have amazing forecasts. We have 74 years of history to go back on to build our forecasts. We were expecting great numbers, and with the pandemic coming in March, it's just like the rug got pulled out from under us. So it just destroyed everything we had in mind.
Yeah, I can only
We had to
imagine.
close.
So sales down maybe 25, 50%. What would you say?
Man, I wish it was only 25%. I wish it was only 50%. You know, I want to say it was close down to 80%.
Wow.
You know, foot traffic became non-existent. We supplied to many restaurants. We supply burger buns, bread, baguettes, all types of bread to restaurants. And restaurants had to close down, right? They had to switch from a indoor dining model to a takeout only. And a lot of people don't do takeout, or maybe it's too unaffordable. Maybe it might be too expensive to take out every single day. So a lot of people, you know, decided to go, you know, grocery shopping, and that's it. So that kind of did affect us really hard.
Raymond, we got to let you get baking in just a second, but really quick, can you just tell us, is there a lesson that people can learn from your business if they have a small business right now during the pandemic?
You know, I think it's really important to reach out to the community. Our community has come out with their full-on support. We've have our clients saying, you know what, how can I help? And they're offering many things. They're reaching out to other restaurants, or some are owners of a restaurant. Like, hey, I'd like to carry some of your bagels. We have a GoFundMe, and a lot of our customers came out to support us and to help us keep the lights on. And of course, our next step after that is to, you know, make sure we don't lay off any employees, keep them employed, because, you know, being an employee before an owner, I can see that it's important to not lay off anyone. A lot of people count on the bakery for their livelihood, so it's important to keep that.